We're here at the historic General Warren in Malvern, Pennsylvania, a site where in 1777 New Jersey Continentals from Washington's army camped here the night before the Battle of the Clouds, and also a site where General Charles No Flint Gray paused here on the way to the ill-fated Battle of Paoli. Bucks County Paranormal investigates the General Warren. My name is Eric Mintel. By night, I'm a professional jazz musician, but by even later at night, I investigate the paranormal. I, along with my team at Bucks County Paranormal Investigations, travel the country investigating all things paranormal. This is Bucks County Paranormal Investigations.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
We're here with Patrick Byrne, proprietor of the General Warren. Now, Patrick, can you tell us a little bit about the history of the General Warren?
Well, there's a lot of history here, Eric. It was built in 1745, so it was pre-revolution. This was obviously a British colony at the time, and basically through the revolution, this was a British stronghold under the command of General Howe and Earl Grey. General Warren originally was the Admiral Vernon, and then it was renamed the Admiral Warren. These were both British naval heroes because this was a British colony during the pre-revolution. One of the problems was after the revolution, having the British lost, it had to be renamed after an American war hero, which is where Dr. General Joseph Warren from Bunker Hill, Massachusetts became the new namesake, and that was in 1786.
Dom takes temperature readings in each one of the rooms.
We're in the main dining room, which is part of the original 1745 structure. It seats approximately 50 people for lunches and dinner. The bar where we started and met earlier in this room is part of the original building, and it's been a public house for 274 years. This is the North Room. This was one of our first additions in the new century. We built this in 2005.
Wow.
It gives us a breakfast room for our hotel guests, and it's also a private party room that can hold 15 to about 30 guests.
Beautiful artwork on the walls, too.
Yeah, it's all local Chester County equestrian work. A friend of mine is the artist. She does really great work. And,
beautiful.
It fits the building really well.
Yeah,
beautiful green setting all around.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is that hunter green?
This is a hunter green paint that we use. Yes.
Patrick, who is this?
This is Admiral Vernon. He's the original namesake for the inn when it was built in 1745. He actually was the commander of the Battle of Portobello, which is now Central America, in 1739. Pretty neat guy. His second in command was George Washington's half-brother, which is why the family homestead in Northern Virginia is known as Mount Vernon, right, because of this guy here. He also was a cheapskate, and all of your British naval sailors would be given a daily ration of rum. So he started adding water to the rum to make it last longer, but the water they were using was not very potable, so he started adding lemon or lime juice to make it more drinkable, and it turns out his crew never developed scurvy. As a byproduct,
Pretty wild.
his guys weren't getting sick.
Yeah.
All right, now we're in the carriage room. This was our first addition. We added this in 1985. It was our first private room. It'll seat about 40 to 45 people, and it also gave us a bedroom upstairs to reconfigure our hotel to the 8 suites that we have today. So now we're out here at the Spring House Terrace, which is the alfresco section of the General Warren. You can do cocktail parties out here, weddings, anything that you like. The Spring House here is probably built in the late 1700s. The stone that it was used to build is different stone than the rest of the restaurant.
So Patrick, tell us a little bit more about the Spring House. This is how old is this structure?
This structure is probably about 20 years younger than the rest of the building. The stone was brought in by wagon. This is not local stone, so we figured it was built at a later time than the original building. When we started expanding in the early 21st century, there was a much more demand for outdoor dining. So we created this nice little spot. It'll seat 6 for dinner. It'll seat 8 for drinks. We've had a lot of people get engaged in this room. It's a great space. So on a nice summer night, people will wait for this table. It's called 1745, table 1745. That's right. But don't move, because let me fill you guys up with another little more drink here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Hey, make me a reservation.
I'll make you a reservation.
So Patrick, wasn't this place known as the General Warren Inn, INNE?
It was. We rebranded about 8 years ago.
Okay.
The original owners named it INNE, General Warren Inn, as I would say, to tip the hat to the British heritage. I just didn't like the name, so we rebranded all of our marketing and our website and everything, but it was still on the stucco up there.
Yeah, well, now, wasn't there a crack through, like something happened that way?
Thanks to the paranormals, it put a crack right through the stucco in the word "innie," so we were able to come in now. It was a good excuse to clean it up and get the branding complete.
The history of the General Warren is incredible. Now, beyond the history, there's got to be some paranormal mysteries to go along with the history. Can you tell us a little bit, or maybe even show us some?
Oh, there's a lot to do and lots to see, but I think the best way is to go in and check it out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Giddy up.
Where are we now, Patrick?
This is the presidential suite. Lots of activity take place in here. A lot of my customers that have spent nights and have had paranormal experiences that's taken place in this room. This is also where Lisa saw that fingerprint on the window.
And I thought that was strange. I mean, all the way on the top right. So I just cleaned that off. I mean, it was.
Have you seen it again since then?
No, it's just one time.
This is the Franklin Suite, named after Benjamin Franklin, Dr. Benjamin Franklin. To the best of our knowledge, Benjamin Franklin never stayed here. He actually had a problem with the Penn family because of the way they treated the Americans. Okay, guys, let's go to the 3rd floor. There's a lot of stuff going on up here.
So Patrick, what's been going on up here?
This is one of the rooms where a lot of guests that stay overnight say there's a lot of things happening. They'll hear footsteps in the middle of the night, they'll turn on the lights, they don't see anything, and then they'll report the next morning to us after they've had breakfast because they're not really sure they want to talk about it. But it's pretty cool. But this suite rocks. This suite, there's been a lot of activity over the years, for sure.
Oh, what the hell?
Patrick, we want to thank you so much for opening your doors to us and telling us your stories. And I mean, the historical significance of the General Warren is something that the general public needs to really, really experience. And we really thank you for that. But what we'd like to do now is we'd like to conduct an investigation to see if we could flush out some of these historical spirits. What do you think?
You know, there's a lot going on. I'm glad you guys are here.
Well, we're glad you're here too, because you know what? We need an extra hand tonight. So could you join us?
Absolutely. Shazam.
Guys, I've been getting all sorts of readings on my tent meter. I'd like to start the investigation in the basement.
All right, that's good. Why don't you do that? I'm going to take Patrick and we're going to investigate the terrace outside. And I think Dave, why don't you take the 2nd floor?
Patrick, if you see or hear anything, get on the damn radio.
Got it. Get on the damn radio.
I didn't want to say anything to the team, but I've been getting a lot of different temperature readings in one area. It's not usual. I'm a little concerned.
Dave heads up to investigate the 2nd floor. Patrick and I investigate the outside terrace where mysterious sounds have been heard.
This is amazing, amazing space, Patrick. Wait a minute, Patrick, did you hear that?
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear a damn thing.
It sounded like a drum roll. You didn't hear that?
A drum roll? I didn't hear anything.
Guess what?
We better get on the damn radio.
You know what, Patrick? Why don't you go down to the basement and see what Dom's up to? I'm going to go up and see what Dave's up to. And let's try to reconvene in the bar in about 10 minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Dave, did you see anything up here?
I didn't see anything.
Jesus Christ, this is where all the spirits are. Go for Patrick.
Go for Patrick.
Guys, I just found a room full of spirits. You gotta get down here now.
Go for Dom. Go for Dom. Where is he?
Patrick,
What the hell?
Spirits! This is the place every time. That was good. Yeah. That's my favorite part, that room right there.
Unbelievable. Hey, guys, wait a minute. Where's Dom?
I thought he was with you. Well, we just found this room full of spirits, but now we can't find Dom.
Guys. What the hell is that sound?
Yeah, what is that sound?
What in the hell? Guys, I think it's coming from in here. This is the pastry kitchen. I see you found our pastry kitchen. Enjoy.
Really, Dom? Really?
What? I got hungry.
So Dom found our pastry kitchen. This is where all the magic happens. We make our own desserts, our breakfast muffins, scones, and croissants for our hotel guests, and even wedding cakes.
So, Patrick, where are we now?
We're down in the basement underneath the main dining room, part of the original structure. There's a lot of stuff down here.
What's that?
I don't know.
Is anyone at the staying over tonight?
There's nobody in the space above us.
It's
right
just us.
now. It's just us.
Come on, let's go up and see what's going on. We were in the basement talking, and we heard this huge bang up here. We get up here, there's nothing here.
You know, there was a story about one of our servers flambeing in that dining room, and the skillet flew out of her hand and landed on the floor, and everybody in the room saw it.
What room was that?
The main dining room.
Well, maybe that's what we heard.
Patrick, I understand a lot of the British Army had stopped by here. Do you think there still could be some residual energy from them here?
Oh, there's no question. You know, there's been a lot that's been going on, and I tell you, the information that we found tonight and all the other paranormal investigations, plus what my staff and customers tell me, there's a likelihood that they're still here.
Patrick, I want to thank you so much for opening your doors up to us again and joining us on the investigation. I'll tell you guys, what a night. Unbelievable.
You're more than welcome. Come back anytime.
The General Warren continues to be an elegant destination for weddings, private parties, and more. Its legacy lives on as one of the most historical destinations in the history of our great nation. Stop by and experience the General Warren for yourself.